The following is transcribed.
Welcome to the Bat-Supe Swell Prizes Saga, Reheated. If all good things must end, why do so many bad ones keep going and going and going? Maybe it's like Mae West said, when we're good, we're great, but when we're bad, we're better. How bad can things get? Let's find out by breaking open a swell prize of our own featuring lots of naive confidence, plenty of subtle foreshadowing, and unexpected guests galore! It was all going along so well, and then, all of a sudden, well, you'll see, right after this important message.
Hey, fellows and girls, we've got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that due to the current Postal Service slowdown, there's no way any forms sent in for the Bat-Supe Swell School Scholarship after today are going to make it to the selection committee in time. And we're really sorry about that. Not that this is our fault. No, sir. Not this time. But even if it were our fault, which it isn't, we'd feel bad enough that we'd try to offer you some good news, which is exactly what I'm here to do. Here's the good news, gang. We're extending the scholarship deadline a whole month. It's just another way we're letting you know that we believe in you, and we want to give you the best chance possible at that education you've always dreamed of, but can't quite afford right now. Leave those worries to us. Your only worry now should be filling out that form underneath labels of never nutritious, definitely delicious Bat-Supe that your mom gets from your favorite local grocer. Bat-Supe, available wherever fine podcasts are sold. I love the smell of hubris in the morning. It smells like catastrophe.
Curtain. Music.
Boy, oh boy, gang, when we hit a home run, we really hit it. Our new Kryptonite slime has everybody talking, and this time in a good way. Yes, sir. What with the mysterious way the green glow just never fades away to how handy it is as an emergency light source, this swell prize has been a huge success. Boy, I'll say. How's it been going for you, Billy? Great. I've been using my collection of Kryptonite slime as my bedtime reading lamp, and boy, have I learned a lot of neat things. Like what? Well, I thought it'd be fun to read the technical manuals from the newest Bat-Supe's membership kit. You know, Batman's Guide to Basic and Advanced Electronics Control and Batman's Guide to Using High Voltage to Wire the Batcave. And man, is there some really great stuff in there, like the appendix in the high voltage book about the nuclear pile they have in the Batcave. I've learned all kinds of ways to detect and harness. Well, anyway, it's really neat. There is one other thing. What's that, Billy? Well, remember when I told you that when I got my first little baggie of Kryptonite slime that I accidentally got some on my watch crystal and how it started glowing too? Well, sure. Well, it turns out that I haven't had to wind it since then either. It just keeps going and going and going. Well, that's just swell, Billy. And gang, you can get in on that fun too. Just have your mom stop by the store and get your pantry shelf stocked up with specially marked cans of never nutritious, definitely delicious Bat-Supe, where inside you'll find your very own baggie of Kryptonite slime. But hurry, supplies are starting to run low, so be sure to get yours before it's all gone. Bat-Supe, available wherever fine podcasts are sold. Knowledge is power. So is a bucket of gasoline and a match. Poets and philosophers say that all good things must come to an end, fellows and girls, and some wise men say it's better to quit while you're ahead. However you want to think about it, though, one thing is clear. The team at Project Slingshot have informed us that the last batch of Kryptonite slime that just went out in specially marked cans of never nutritious, definitely delicious Bat-Supe will actually be the last batch. So, if you haven't gotten your hands on any yet, now's the time to make sure your mom gets to the store and buys a whole bunch of cans. So you'll not only have plenty of Bat-Supe for your lunch or dinner, or heck, both, but plenty of that revolutionary glowy little substance we call Kryptonite slime. Yes, sir. It makes for a dandy reading light, or can help when, say, your power goes out. Or you could even lend phosphorescent properties to your watch crystals and who knows what else. But you need to act quick, because when the last can is gone, it's gone. But don't worry, we've got something even more fun up our sleeves, and we'll be telling you more about that soon. So stick around and keep listening. Meanwhile, get your Kryptonite slime, gang, while supplies last, from Bat-Supe, available wherever fine podcasts are sold. Always leave them wanting more, unless it's the flu. Fellows and girls, it's time to announce our most exciting news to date. We're having a contest. Yes, sir. And if you're a tried and true Bat-Super, you've already got everything you need to enter. Using any one of your Swell prizes, send us a picture and an essay of at least 50 words describing how you use yours in everyday life. Hello, Billy.
I just heard about your contest, and I want to enter.
Okay, but why did you lock and barricade the studio door?
Oh, no reason. Here, I wanted to show you this.
See, that's the case for the latest Bat-Supers membership kit. The replica Batman Batarang launcher with real working trigger mechanism.
Yep. Let me show you what we did.
See, that's mighty keen. Wow, that's a lot of wires. And is that the Superman laser vision magnifying glass at the barrel?
Yep.
And right behind that, is that the Batman night vision flashlight?
Uh-huh.
And I see parts of the Robin See Around Corners mirrors kit.
Yep.
That's how we... And that chamber there, is that...
Kryptonite slime. Yeah.
And all those wires and other components. In fact, I see you've utilized every Swell prize we've ever released, except for the Bat-Supe decoder ring.
Well, thanks to me, they confiscated all those, remember?
How could I forget? So, what's this thing supposed to do?
Well, we're not entirely sure, but we have an idea.
Well, what is it?
We think it's a death ray, or some kind of doomsday weapon. See, the Superman laser vision magnifying glass takes the beam from the Batman flashlight and each of the 4 modes.
4? There's only 3. Regular light, infrared, and ultraviolet.
Actually, there's a hidden switch that activates a laser pointer. And we think if you configure it like we have here, it'll do some pretty serious stuff.
Ha! Well, that's really keen, Billy. What an imagination you've got.
No, I'm serious. We haven't powered it on yet because, well, Officer O'Flanagan told us not to do stuff like this unsupervised anymore.
Well, I don't see any batteries or a way to plug it into the wall, so what's your power source?
Kryptonite slime.
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, I tried telling you before that we figured out what makes it glow, but you wouldn't listen to me. See, I was playing around in my room one night, and I used my Batman night vision flashlight in ultraviolet mode on the slime, and the way it lit up was unbelievable. So I did some research, and then we took some down to the new chem lab at the high school.
The new chem lab?
Don't worry, we didn't blow anything up. Well, anyway, we analyzed it, and, well... Well, there's plutonium in it. Probably from your military contractors. Yeah, the uranium content is what makes it glow. The book from the membership kit about high voltage and the Batcave has an appendix about harnessing nuclear energy, so we learned how to use it for a little power source for the death ray.
But surely this doesn't really work.
Want to try it out? You can be the adult supervision. I got a cinder block. We can shoot that. Well, let me just turn this thing on.
Are you sure this thing is safe?
Not even a little. Here we go.
cinder block. It vaporized.
Yep, that's pretty much what I figured. Oh, they're here.
Who?
Project Slingshot. They didn't want anybody to know about the plutonium. Look, I'm just the messenger. It's not my fault they didn't.
Everybody down on the floor. Nobody move. You, in there, turn off the microphone. Turn it off. Turn it off.
And now, here's a special message from your old pal Superman. Fellows and girls, we've made a horrible mistake. All those swell prizes we've been giving you inside of specially marked cans of Bat-Supe, well, it turns out that when you combine them in a certain way with certain other items in ways described in the literature we sent out, well, you get a tremendous doomsday weapon. Now, boys and girls, I need you to do me a big favor. Please take all the swell prizes you've gotten from your cans of Bat-Supe and all the other items you've received from us and turn them into your local police station. There's a special task force standing by to receive them, and they've got a really neat instrument to check to see if you're okay, just in case you've been fitting the pieces together in ways that maybe you shouldn't have been, or have spent too much time playing with your Kryptonite slime. Now, I know some of you boys and girls out there are terribly clever, and your inquisitive minds do you justice, but could very well lead to the destruction of us all. So please, turn in your things. Remember, thanks to the forms you've been sending out for your swell prizes and can openers and such, well, we know where you live anyway, and we'll retrieve these things one way or another. So why not just volunteer your things, and nobody will get, well, things will be just swell. Thank you.
It's never a good sign when Superman shows up, which is weird when you think about it. And this is where we leave the Bat-Supe recap for now, fellows and girls. Meanwhile, it's time for a Bat-Supe extra helping. Desperation is one thing, insatiable curiosity is another. But when you put them together, you don't only get insatiably desperate curiosity, but you also get part 9 of The Scarlet Widow, as originally broadcast on October 8th, 1945.
Kellogg's Pep, the super delicious cereal, presents The Adventures of Superman. Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman. Yes, it's Superman. And today it would seem that the chest containing his unconscious form has been left to the whims of a merciless sea. We'll learn more about it in a moment. But right now, here's Dan McCullough with some very exciting news.
Say, gang, have I got news for you today? Big news, exciting news, doggone thrilling news. Listen, there's a brand new series of buttons coming out, one in each package of Kellogg's Pep. Yes, sir, different from any buttons you've ever had. These are comic buttons, 18 different ones in all, each one with a true-to-life picture of one of your favorite comic strip characters. Boy, what a thrill you'll get out of these new comic buttons. What chuckles. There's Superman, of course, and Moon Mullins, and Smiling Jack, and Smokey Stover. 18 different buttons in all, each one brilliantly colored with a sparkling white background, each one made of real sturdy metal, each one a real eye-catcher you'll be proud to wear on your skirt or dress or cap. Now, how do you get these new comic buttons? Well, here's the dope. You don't send in any money, not even a box top. Fact is, you can't buy them anywhere. They come only as prizes in packages of that super delicious whole wheat flake cereal, Kellogg's Pep. So make sure your mother gets you some Kellogg's Pep tomorrow. Then see which prize you find inside. One of these brand new comic buttons or a military insignia or warplane button. There's a button, a prize for you in every package of P.E.P. Pep, made by Kellogg's of Battle Creek.
And now, The Adventures of Superman. Planning to make millions by selling the mysterious metal to Superman's enemies, a woman called the Scarlet Widow stole the kryptonite from the Metropolis Museum. And when Superman made a desperate attempt to recover it, he lost consciousness. The widow placed him in a cedar chest with a small piece of the kryptonite and consigned the chest and Superman to the bottom of the sea. The incoming tide carried the chest to a sandbar near shore, where it was seen by a fisherman and his young daughter, Abby. The fisherman refused to battle a powerful riptide to rescue what he thought was a worthless box. And as we continue now, in their shack on the beach, his daughter Abby interrupts her cooking to stray to the window. Listen.
Pa?
Yeah?
I think that storm's gonna blow itself out to the north.
Yeah, sounds like it might at that, Abby.
Pa?
Yeah, what now?
That box is still stuck on the bar.
The tide will be all in soon. It'll lift her off.
The box might float out to the sea.
There won't be no harm done. That old box is worthless.
But, Pa, you promised if the storm didn't blow up, we'd go and get it.
I promised if so be the tide lifted her off in the bar and brought her in past the worst of the rip, which it ain't done. Now, you forget that old box, Abby, and tend to the supper you got in the stove.
All right, Pa.
Abby,
What, Pa?
you're crying.
No, I'm not, Pa.
Yes, you be. Is it just kind of that old box?
Not just.
Well, what then?
Thinking about the party at the Grange Hall Saturday night. And all I've got to wear is these overalls. Pa, I'm getting too big to wear overalls now, except in the boat.
You... Abby, come here.
Yes, Pa?
Abby, do you know, could I get you one of them fine dresses at the store? I'd get it.
Oh, I know, Pa. It's just that...
Just what?
Oh, you're so stubborn, Pa. You say there ain't anything in that box on the bar.
There ain't.
Well, you don't know, Pa. Not for sure. Maybe there is something in it. Maybe there's dresses or money or something we can sell for things we need so bad, Pa.
I tell you there ain't. It's just a worthless old box. Anyone with two eyes can see it.
All right, Pa. I can't go out for it myself. I won't mention it no more, Pa.
Don't you? Dresses in that old box. Money. There ain't nothing in it, I tell you. And stop sniffling.
Yes, Pa.
You just like a woman. I'll never see the beat of it. You, Abby, get that line off in the hook and come along.
Where, Pa?
You know where. We're going after that box.
Oh, Pa.
Yes, I'll just show you your old pa knows what he's a-saying. Now get that line and bring it to the door.
Oh, wait, Pa. Wait for me. The box is still there, Pa, ain't it?
Yep. He's stuck in the sand good. I don't like the looks of that riptide, though. Get caught in it and we ain't got a chance.
Oh, I ain't afraid. Not with you. Everyone says you're just about the best hand with a boat they ever see.
Well, I'll need to be. Good thing that storm veered off. If we can work in close to the rocks and hit the bar above the rip, there's enough water over the bar now to come down to your stranded box. It's going to be easy bringing it back, though.
Oh, you can do it, Pa. You can do anything.
Now you got your old pa doing what you want. He ain't no more stubborn old mule, huh?
Oh, I never called you a mule. You're just about the finest pa a girl ever had. And I'm just hoping there's something in that box for you, too, Pa.
Not even a moldy cracker, I'll bet you. Throw the line in the dory, Abby, and help me shove her into water.
All right, Pa.
Come on now. Push. That's it. There we are. Well, wait for this roller, Abby.
Yeah.
Now get in. Set in the bow and be ready to push if and we pitch into the rock.
All right, Pa. Pa?
Yep.
You figure the tide might get pull the box into the rip?
That's right.
Then it'll smash to pieces. We'll lose it, Pa.
Won't be losing nothing.
Pa, don't say that. Hurry, Pa.
This is a job that can't be hurried. We'll be there soon enough, though. Ain't more than 30 or 40 yards. Just the rip we gotta be careful of. And them rocks. Watch sharp now, Abby. I'm gonna come in close.
I'm watching. Look out, Pa, that big rock.
Yes, I see it.
Had to shave that one close to the rip of the head.
Oh, box is still there.
Good thing if you'd never seen it. We're taking a fool's risk, we are, Eddie.
Oh, maybe there'll be something fine in it. Oh, look.
Look at what?
The box. Kind of a green gold shining through it.
Don't mind the box. Mind them rocks.
What do you suppose makes that green gold? Look at it, Paul.
I told you. Abby, watch out.
Oh, what's the matter?
We're going to smash up on the rock.
Oh! Oh, Paul! Oh!
Abby, where are you? Abby! Abby!
Here I am, Paul! Paul!
I see you. Swim for the bar. Here's the head.
Yeah. Paul!
Don't let the rip get you. Keep going straight.
I know, Paul.
You're almost there. Keep going.
Paul!
Now, don't talk. Swim. Swim straight, girl. Straight. You're almost there. Now, you feel the bar under you?
Yes, Paul.
Now, don't slip off. Don't slip off. You'll be in the rip. Grab onto the box there.
I got it.
Good. Hang on. I'll be right there.
Grab my head, Paul. Yep. Oh,
All right.
come on.
You hang on with both hands. I can make it. It's a good thing we were so close to the bar. Hang on good to the box, Abby.
I pulled the door and smashed, Paul. I wasn't watching the rocks like you told me. How are we going to get back?
Well, we gotta hope this here box stays put till the tide's all in. If so be, we can swim out of the way and work back round the rip to shore.
If the box comes loose before the tide's all in.
Well, let's not be thinking about that.
I wish I'd never seen her so far. There's nothing good in it, I know. Oh, just the story.
Well, ain't no use taking on about that now, Abby.
Oh, no, I'm a wicked girl. Oh, the box is coming loose.
And here she be. Hang on tight, Abby.
Oh, we got me swept into the river.
Hang on to the box, Abby. Hang on to your life.
Frantically, the old fisherman and his daughter Abby cling to the cedar chest in which lie the unconscious Superman and the deadly Kryptonite as the powerful surging tide lifts it from the sandbar. We'll return in a moment for the startling climax of today's episode. But first, let's stand by for a friendly tip.
You know, gang, I got a preview of those swell new comic buttons, the new prizes in packages of Kellogg's Pep. I saw some of them this morning, and I could hardly wait for time for Superman so I could give you the big news, because I had an idea you'd be just as excited about them as I am. Think of it, 18 different buttons in real brilliant colors on sturdy metal, each one with a picture of one of your favorite comic strip characters, like Moon Mullins and K.O., Orphan Annie, her dog Sandy, and Superman, of course. 18 brand new buttons to collect and trade with your friends and wear pinned on your shirt or dress or jacket. Talk about a swell hobby. Boy, this is it. And the best part is you don't have to send in any money for these new comic buttons, not even a box top. You can't buy them anywhere. They're an exclusive prize for you in packages of that super delicious whole wheat flake cereal, Kellogg's Pep. So ask Mom to get you some Pep tomorrow. Then see which prize you find inside. One of these nifty new comic buttons or a military insignia or warplane button. Get set to collect them all. There's one of these exciting prizes in every package of P.E.P. Pep, made by Kellogg's of Battle Creek.
And now, back to the adventures of Superman. Their door erect in their effort to secure the cedar chest containing Superman, which was stuck on a sandbar, the fisherman and his young daughter Abby cling frantically to the chest as the incoming tide dislodges it and sweeps it into a savage, rushing riptide.
The rip's got us, Paul.
Hang on to the box, Abby, or you'll be pulled under.
What thing took us in the sea, Paul?
Ray, this whole box hold together. We're out of the rip.
Paul!
Hang Hang on to the box, I say.
Come apart!
Oh, land of mercy, she is. If she busts up, we're done for, Abby.
Oh, I'm afraid. Oh, Lord. The gringo jumped it.
Where?
He's sinking now. Came out of the box.
Phosphorus in the water, likely. Hang on, Abby. Hang on. The box is coming to pieces. Hang on to me, Abby.
I'm drowning.
Oh, easy, girl. Easy. I got you.
You know, good box. Look. In the box. It's a man.
Land of mercy. Abby.
I'm drowning.
Fighting desperately but helplessly in the savage riptide, Abby and her father are hurled violently apart, whirled over and over, then dragged beneath the surface as the cedar chest containing the unconscious figure of Superman is ripped to shreds. What will happen to them and to the Man of Steel? Don't miss tomorrow's exciting episode, fellows and girls, when we learn the fate of Superman and of Abby and her father. Tune in, same time, same station, for The Adventures of Superman.
Fellows and girls, be sure to follow the adventures of Superman, brought to you every day, Monday through Friday, same time, same station, by the grand old Kellogg Company of Battle Creek. And for other thrilling adventures of Superman, see your local newspaper. Superman is also a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC publications.
And now, faster than a speeding bullet, it's part 10 of The Scarlet Widow, as originally broadcast on October 9th, 1945.
Kellogg's Pep, the super delicious cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Yes, it's Superman, who is today freed of the greatest threat to his power, the fragment of Kryptonite. We'll learn what happens in a moment. But right now, let's hear what Dan McCullough has in store for us.
Maybe some of you members of the gang couldn't listen in yesterday when I broke that big news, but I'll bet you've heard about it just the same, because those new comic buttons now being packed in packages of Kellogg's Pep are so sensational that, well, the news spread like wildfire. One fellow tells another, and one girl tells her girlfriend, until everybody's all hepped up about collecting these colorful new buttons. It's a swell idea, putting pictures of your funny sheet favorites on sturdy metal buttons so you can wear them on your jacket or cap. And it's more fun than a 3-ring circus swapping the buttons when you get duplicates, rounding out your whole collection of 18 different comic strip characters. Superman is one smart-looking button, of course. Then there's Haroldine and Lillums and Herbie, 18 of your comic pals and all. Now, to be sure you get every one of them, start Mom off buying Kellogg's Pep for you tomorrow. That's the only way you can get these exciting prizes, you know, in packages of that super delicious whole wheat flake cereal, Kellogg's Pep. You don't send in a single penny, not even a box stop. You just look inside the Pep package, and there you are, one of these brand new comic buttons, or a military insignia or warplane button. There's a prize in every package of P.E.P. Pep, made by Kellogg's of Battle Creek.
And now, The Adventures of Superman. Learning that a piece of kryptonite, a fragment of the shattered planet on which Superman had been born, had the strange power to rob the Man of Steel of his strength, a woman called the Scarlet Widow stole it from the Metropolis Museum. In a desperate attempt to recover the fragment, Superman lost consciousness, and the widow placed him in a cedar chest with a small piece of the kryptonite and dropped him into the sea. The tide carried the chest to a sandbar near shore, where a fisherman and his young daughter Abby were wrecked while trying to retrieve it. Clinging to the cedar chest, they were swept into a savage riptide, and as it broke apart in the wild water, they appeared doomed. As we continue now in the cold, raging sea, Superman, freed of the presence of the kryptonite, is regaining consciousness. Listen.
What? Where am I?
Abby! Abby!
I hear someone. It's another voice. Hey, Scott. I'm in the sea. How did I... Wait a minute. There's a girl caught in the riptide. And an old man. tide's pulling them under. Away to them! Away! Picking the girl and her father from the seething water, Superman, once more in possession of all his amazing powers, streaked to the fisherman's shack on the beach, the two wet, bedraggled figures in his arms. There, after the girl and her father have changed into dry clothes, they sit drinking hot tea, listening in wide-eyed amazement to the man in the red cape and blue costume.
I'm sorry I can't tell you who I am or how I came to be in that cedar chest. But I do want you to trust me and promise not to mention a word of what happened today.
Oh, my stars. I don't hardly know what happened to you, Pa.
Well, it seems like I know, Abby, but I can't believe it. This here fella seemed to be dead in that there box. But the next thing you know, he was flying us out of the rip.
I didn't know for sure this was our own kitchen. I'd be sure we were in another world.
Well, I assure you you're not in another world, Abby. Now, about that promise. It's very important that my enemies and yours don't find out what happened.
Our enemies?
We ain't got no enemies, mister. Not since the war's been over.
Oh, yes, you have. Although the war is officially over, there are many evil, fanatical men and women, some even here in our own country, who are plotting ways and means of building toward another war and undoing all we fought for.
My stars.
You mean them Nazis and Japanese?
Yes, and their sympathizers. There are many of them. Some were involved in this attack on me. Now, will you promise to keep all that happened here today a strict secret?
Oh, of course we will. Won't we, Pa?
Well, of course. You saved my life, mister, and my daughter's.
Oh, you saved my life. I don't think now that the kryptonite itself can kill me, but apparently it can keep me unconscious as long as I'm within 10 feet of it. My body needs food, so eventually, if I'd been carried back to the bottom of the sea, I'd have perished.
Krypton what?
Huh? Oh, never mind. By the way, Abby, you said you saw a piece of green glowing metal fall out of the cedar chest.
Oh, that's right. Remember, Pa?
Yep. Looked like phosphorus, it did.
How big was it?
Oh, it was pretty small. How big would you say, Pa?
No bigger than the pebbles.
Well, that means they put only a tiny fragment in the chest with me. Got to recover the rest of it in a hurry before they... I'm going now. And thanks again. By the way, Mr.
Hinkle, Sam Hinkle.
Mr. Hinkle, I'll see that you get a new dory to replace the one you smashed on the rocks.
There ain't no reason for you to get me new dory, mister. We didn't know it was you in that old box. The honest truth is, we went out because Abby here had a full notion might be fancy dresses and stuff in it.
That's right.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe Abby found her fancy dresses at that.
Oh, I don't know what you mean, mister.
Well, you'll both be hearing from me. Thanks again.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Closest call I've ever had. That mustn't happen again. I'd better go back to the planet first. Up and away!
Leaving the humble fisherman's shack, Superman streaks through the late afternoon skies toward Metropolis, red capes streaming in the wind. Meanwhile, in Perry White's office at the Daily Planet, the gray-haired editor, Jimmy Olsen, and Lois Lane are frantic with worry at the mysterious absence of Clark Kent.
Maybe you ought to try broadcasting for Superman again, Miss Lane. He can find Mr. Kent.
I've been broadcasting for hours, Jim, and all I've done is lost my voice. He must be beyond the range of our station.
Or else he's in trouble.
Superman in trouble? Don't be silly, Olsen.
But Mr. Kent said if Superman didn't come to headquarters with the kryptonite by midnight last night, he might never be seen again.
Kent didn't know what he was talking about. He got himself all steamed up about the kryptonite being a danger to Superman, and he wound up by getting himself in trouble. Fancies himself a detective and walks into a trap. Of all the dumb, the asinine, the half-witted,
Talking about someone I know, Chief?
What? Mr. Kent.
What?
Look, it's Mr. Kent.
Is it really you?
In the flesh, Lois.
Well, where have you been?
We've been
Golly,
going crazy here.
worried about
Take it
you.
easy, take it easy. What's all the excitement about?
Huh?
What's all the excitement about?
What?
Why, you...
Watch your blood pressure, Chief.
A lot you care about my blood pressure. Where have you been the last 48 hours? Not that I should know, of course. I'm only your editor, the fool who pays you your salary. Why, well, you
We've
see,
been worried to death.
We thought you'd been trapped by the vulture or one of the others who escaped with him.
Well, we've been driving the police department crazy. Lois has practically lost her voice broadcasting an SOS for Superman.
Superman?
Yeah, we thought maybe he could find you, Mr. Kent.
Oh, well, sorry you were all so worried about me. He's sorry now. Isn't that noble of him?
Well, now...
That doesn't answer my question, Kent. Where have you been?
Well, I started out to look for the kryptonite.
Well, did you find it?
No.
How about Superman? You told Captain Donovan that Superman might never be seen again.
Superman's all right, Jim. For the moment.
For the moment?
Mm-hmm.
How do you mean, Clark?
Oh, just what I say. He's all right until the widow and Sniggers and the others make another attempt against him with the kryptonite.
The widow and who?
He said Sniggers.
Oh, who's the widow and Sniggers?
They're the ones who have the kryptonite. A woman called the Scarlet Widow and a little cockney named Sniggers.
bad a pair as I ever saw in my life. They're working with the Vulture, the Teufel, Papa Rausch, and the Laugher.
They are? No.
Well, I haven't time to explain now. There's a lot to do, and it must be done quickly. Look, Chief, I've written descriptions of the Scarlet Widow and Sniggers. I want you to run them on the first page of the Daily Planet. Explain that they're a menace to Superman and to society, and ask anyone seeing them to communicate with us or the police department.
Now, wait a minute.
There isn't a minute to waste, Chief, not a second. If you hurry, you can get those descriptions into the last edition. Jim, you come with me.
Oh, gosh, sure, you bet. Where, Mr. Kent?
You'll find out. Come on.
Now, look here, Kent. What do you mean, just walking into my office and giving me and my staff orders?
Well, it's all...
I'm the editor here, and I want to tell you to tell me what this is all about.
I've told you all I can now, Chief. Please trust me.
Trust him? Of all the...
Really? Clark Kent, the one-man detective agency and police department. Haven't you any orders for me, Sherlock?
No, but I do have a favor to ask of you, Lois.
What's that?
Would you please go to the best store in town and get 2 of the fanciest party dresses you can buy?
What?
I don't know what size, but she's about the same height as Jim.
She?
Dresses?
Why, Clark Kent, don't tell me you've got a girl.
Oh,
yes.
Of course not, Lois. No, you see...
Look at him blush.
No,
Oh, Mr. Kent's got a girl.
Never mind that. Now, I want to know what where are you going?
Something
Now, you come back.
We've got to move fast. Come on back here.
Leaving Perry White's office, Clark Kent hurries to the elevators, followed by the eager Jimmy Olsen. What is so important that Kent forgot? We'll return in a moment for the climax of today's episode. But first, here again is your announcer.
I'm telling you, gang, these new comic buttons, the new prizes and packages of Kellogg's Pep, are just about the most fun that ever happened. In the first place, they're old familiar favorites. You know, pals you've been following in the funny papers for a long time, like Smitty and Herbie and Skeezix and Superman, of course. And they're done up in full comic strip colors, printed clear and bright as anything on sparkling white metal buttons, the kind you can pin on your jacket or dress or cap. Then there's the fun of collecting all 18 different buttons, trading duplicates with your friends. Boy, makes a swell hobby. And the best part is, you don't have to send in a single penny for these amusing buttons, not even a box top. You can't even buy them anywhere. You get them as exclusive prizes in packages of that super delicious whole wheat flake cereal, Kellogg's Pep. So get busy on your collection. Ask Mom to get you a package of Kellogg's Pep tomorrow. Inside each package, there's a swell prize, one of these new flashy comic buttons or a military insignia or warplane button. That's P-E-P, Pep, made by Kellogg's of Battle Creek.
Now, back to the adventures of Superman. Hurrying to Metropolis Police Headquarters with Jimmy Olsen, Clark Kent found that Inspector Henderson was out. After speaking to Captain Donovan, Henderson's assistant, Kent, Jimmy, and Donovan entered a police car with several officers and were driven swiftly to a 65-story apartment building on Boulevard Drive. As we join them now, they have just entered a private elevator, and Captain Donovan is taking it up.
You'll broadcast the descriptions of the Scarlet Widow and Sniggers all over the country, Captain Donovan?
It's on the teletype now, Kent.
Good.
But I want to look at this apartment. You say they were in with the Vulture, the Teufel, and those 2 others.
Oh, Papa Rausch and the Laugher. Gosh, I want to see their apartment, too.
And you'll see it in a moment. It's the penthouse of this building. But they're not there now. That's why I was in such a hurry to give you the descriptions of the Widow and Sniggers, Captain.
How do you know they're not there now, Kent?
I'm sure of it.
Mr. Kent says they all beat it with the Kryptonite.
He says. The building superintendent didn't see them move out.
This is a private elevator for the penthouse, and it opens on the side of the building. They could easily have left without being seen, especially at night.
We'll soon find out. Here's the 65th floor. Okay, men. Quiet now.
You don't have to be careful. I tell you, there's nobody in the apartment.
How can you tell, Mr. Kent?
Yeah. Maybe Kent looks through doors and walls like this fellow Superman he's so worried about.
Huh?
Ring the bell, Haley.
Okay, Captain.
Yeah, you see, I told you.
Ring it again, Haley.
Right.
Gosh, maybe they're all waiting in there with guns.
No, they're not, Jim.
Okay. You got the passkey, Haley. Open her up.
No, wait a minute. Don't open the door.
Huh? What's the matter with you, Kent?
Don't open it, I tell you. Don't.
But you just said nobody was in there.
I know, but don't open it. Don't. Amazed, Jimmy Olsen, Captain Donovan, and the police officers look at Clark Kent, whose eyes are wide with terror and whose face has turned ghostly pale. What has Kent, as Superman, seen in the Scarlet Widow's apartment? Don't miss tomorrow's exciting episode, fellows and girls.
Tune in, same time, same station, and follow the adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Fellows and girls, be sure to follow the adventures of Superman. Brought to you every day, Monday through Friday. Same time, same station, by the grand old Kellogg Company of Battle Creek. And for other thrilling adventures of Superman, see your local newspaper. Superman is also a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC publications.
And that wraps up the Bat-Supe Swell Prizes Saga, Reheated. Thanks for listening. Be sure to listen next time, fellows and girls, as we'll begin the final countdown to Season 2. No, really, this is it. We're really calling this the end of Season 1 pretty soon. But first, we have to bring our story full circle. Remember, fellows and girls, we started our journey with the story of looking for Kryptonite at the very beginning of Bat-Supe, and we're looping back around because all of this plays an important role in Bat-Supe Season 2 when we bring back the dynamic duo to help Superman with more Kryptonite trouble. So stick around next time to meet the Atom Man and find out more about the Bat-Supe Corporation's latest troubles as we bring you the Bat-Supe Season 2 Preheat. Stick around. It'll be fun. Until then, up!
In the records of the American criminal courts, we might expect to find stirring stories of human conflict. And indeed, in the official files of the Criminal Court of Illinois, there is such a story. It appears in the verbatim report of the case of the State versus Carl Wanderer.
In the year 1915, the Wanderer family, mother, son, and daughter, were living together in a small Midwestern town. On a certain winter night in that year, the house was plunged in darkness and heavy silence. And then suddenly, a blood-curdling scream came from Mrs. Wanderer's room.
It's all right, Carl. Nothing to worry about. Mother had a bad dream. You go on back to bed. She insists she's got to tell me all about it.
Even before Carl Wanderer had reached his bedroom door, he could hear his mother's voice. Her words were unintelligible, and so, his curiosity aroused, he sat on the edge of his bed, waiting until his sister came back down the hall.
What was it all about, Mary?
I'd rather not tell you, Carl.
It was only a dream, wasn't it?
Yes, but... well, I'd still rather not.
The next morning, Carl waited rather impatiently for his mother to come down to breakfast. But she failed to appear at the usual time, and finally, both he and his sister went up to her room to awaken her. When there was no answer to their knocking, they opened the door and stepped into the room together.
Good Lord! She's dead!
In 1920, 5 years later, Carl had married and was living with his wife in Chicago. But it was a marriage doomed from the beginning. On the night of June 21st, his wife came home to find him waiting for her at the door.
Don't tell me where you've been or what you've been doing. I don't want any explanations. I'm fed up with you. I hate you. I tell you, I hate you!
Carl Wanderer was charged with murder in the first degree. Among the witnesses who appeared in his defense was his sister Mary.
Carl was a wonderful boy. That's why Mother's dream didn't make any sense.
Mary described how, on that night 5 years before, she had found her mother crying bitterly in her sleep.
Mother, you're having a bad dream.
Oh, what? Oh, it was only a dream.
Of course, darling.
Oh, it was horrible. Mary, I thought Carl was being hanged.
Mother.
I saw it all, Mary. They led him from his cell, and he stood on the scaffold, and they put a black cap over his face, and then the trap door opened, and he dropped through.
Carl Wanderer was led from the cell to the scaffold. A black cap was placed over his face. The trapdoor opened, and he plunged downward to his death. His mother's prophetic dream had been fulfilled. A dream incredible, but true.